Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Red Raptor Writes in our Extinction Expedition Prehistoric Kingdom. So we are starting out with the new American section. And, that could mean a lot of things. The United States is a huge place, lots of different biomes, different cities, different styles, all that nonsense. So what I decided to do is make the best use of the rustic theme. So it's going to be like an outdoor wilderness, a western type of environment. And actually, I made the central area. You're going to see this once we finish with the time lapse and we go into the game. I made it Roosevelt Plaza after Theodore Roosevelt. And I'm sure I'll talk much more about him and all his wonderful accomplishments and his connections to nature when we're done here. So what I wanted to do was an Acrocanthosaurus exhibit. Actually, this was my plan for the last episode, but I wasn't quite ready to build a whole new American section quite yet. So we did Tarbosaurus. So guys, just be thankful you get two large carnivores back to back. It's gonna be cool. So this is kind of in the back of this American section, towards the corner of the map. So Acrocanthosaurus gets this whole big range to explore, and man, do I love them in this game. I mean, Acro, it's not always wonderful. I don't like them in Jurassic World Evolution, but we get a good Acro here. And so I'm just doing a typical viewing area for the Acros. Nothing too fancy, just a small building where you're sheltered and can go and view these wonderful creatures. Acrocanthosaurus itself is a large North American theropod. It's a Carcharodontosaurid, related to things like Carcharodontosaurus and Giganotosaurus. Oh, this part was like such a weird glitch where wherever I changed one tile, the other ones would revert back, and I was losing my mind for a bit here. The game is still in beta, so not beta, it's in early access. Yeah, so it's in early access. You get some wonky glitches every now and again. This reminds me, I meant to put some plants in those empty spaces in the middle there. I'll do that before we get back from the time lapse. So viewers can just go enjoy these amazing creatures. Like, look, these things are huge, like 11 meter, like 36 feet long. How heavy were they? Like 7 tons, maybe? Something crazy like that. Definitely like one of the largest North American predators. One of the largest predators to ever walk North America. Of course, the largest being Tyrannosaurus, but that's a video for another day. Man, all the patterns for Acrocanthosaurus are really good, but I like the spotted one and the green one more than the bluish one. I used the bluish one for the male, and then the spotted, more like leopard print for the females, just so you could tell them apart. But so they look good, really cool, better than the JWE ones for that's for dang sure, because I hate the JWE ones. They look like fat little chunguses with wonky bulldog faces, and I don't like it. They have the kangaroo posture. So Acrocanthosaurus is from the Cloverleaf Formation. Is it found as far north as Cloverleaf? It's from the Antlers Formation, and it's down in Texas. So Texas up to possibly Montana, and even remains found as far east as, what was it, Maryland? Was it Maryland? I need to go back and check. But yeah, pretty much across North America. The Western Interior Seaway hadn't formed yet, so North America was not yet divided into separate continents. So yeah, you can roam around the continent at your will. And this would be the apex predator, of course. Their biome, the area was more tropical, jungly, so much warmer, more humid than it is today. And again, if we're talking all the way up in Montana, where it's like moose land today, back then it would have been maybe closer to the southeast, maybe Central America. I'm not quite sure exactly what temperatures it got to, but much warmer than it is today. And they would have lived with the Deinonychus, Acrocanthosaurus, Sauropelta, Sauroposeidon, a lot of big names in early Cretaceous North America. Yeah, so 2 viewing galleries. I just copied and pasted the one that I had, and just making it look nice and natural with a rock wall. I got some research on the nettle fencing, just because this is a huge, dangerous animal. You really need to keep them secure. I know it doesn't really matter, but just the illusion that this is an actual place that we're trying to take care of and take care of our guests. And yeah, so we're placing down the trees, making it kind of jungly, tropical rainforest environment. Yeah, and I was kind of on the fence about it because I'm gonna do that for Hell Creek, but Hell Creek has a different vibe to it, so I'll vibe with it differently when we get there. You can see the baby acros running around, and it's cool that they gave them feathers. I'm not sure how accurate that is. That is just speculation that the young would have had feathers and the adults got more scaly. We don't see that in any modern animals, but I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. Maybe more fossil evidence will help us if we can ever actually find young T-Rex or maybe some other young theropods with feather impressions. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's return to the park. Hello everyone, and welcome back from the time-lapse. So, what have I done since the last episode? Well, the answer is quite a lot actually. So here's our Asian section. This is what the first couple of episodes were about. And okay, there's Australia over here. I want to get like an Africa roundabout area over here. Dang, my dog is moving around and I didn't electrocute him. Can you imagine my audacity? In the last episode, we did this pagoda, and it came out pretty bad. I still need to work on it. I did work on it before, and then I lost the file. I lost the data because the game crashed. Anyway, so our Tarbosaurus, I think they lost all of their feathering. They had feathering, right? Am I getting gaslit? They definitely had feathers when I made them. Just checking, just double checking. Where is my Tarbosaurus? Yes, they had feathers, of course. And now they're all scaly. So they're kind of like growing juveniles. They're kind of going into those teenage years now. Even though, oh, you want more friends? You want more people here? Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you're lonely. You want another male. Okay. I can live with that. Really? You want another male? I guess you need the boys. Like, you want someone to be boys with. I get that. Alright. So, I'm going to try to get someone about your age. There we go. Realistic growth speed. Alright, he should be fine. So, I guess we're going... Let's go 3 Tarbosauruses. That should be fine. So he's hatching. Alright, we're not here to watch the Tarbosaurus. They're cool. They're cool. But we're here to see this. Okay, we're going to see the American section first. And then look at my Acrocanthosauruses. What I did, I just copied the, the parking lot from the other section. So this is all exactly the same. Maybe I can change things up a bit. But before they get to the actual zoo, they have to walk the trail. I don't know why I just trolled them so hard. They just have to walk a trail. Maybe I'll throw a creature in, like throw a Dryosaurus in here or something. Oh, you can hear his little claws tapping around. Indiana, he's so cute. No direwolf in this game yet, by the way. Just throwing that out there. You walk the trail. Oh man, this is a big troll right here. I'll definitely add Dryosaurus in at some point, just so they have something to look at. And that brings us to Roosevelt Plaza, which is just the plaza that's already build that comes with the game. But it looked cool. It looked really good, so I went with it. I just added the letters. And, okay, what I spent a buttload of time on for no reason is this Theodore Roosevelt statue here. Which, okay, that is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But it does kind of suck. Like, I don't know if anyone's actually been able to make good human figures, like human statues with a face and nose and clothing and all that stuff. It's very difficult. So after about like an hour and a half, actually I think it was like 2 hours to do this. My friend called me. He was playing Arkham Asylum. We were just on the phone talking. And I just spent my time making this thing. This beautiful image to our Lord and Savior Theodore Roosevelt. Look at the sun shining on him as he ascends into the heavens, as he should. So basically, we're gonna do what every bad artist or lazy artist does, and just we're gonna call it modern art, and pretend that it's actually art. No, you have to interpret it yourself. That's where the real fun is. That's why I put like no effort into this. It's a commentary on how art is so pretentious and art can be anything. Yeah. People do the same thing over and over again and pretend that they're so original. Again, it's just because they're lazy. And or not good artists. And they need an excuse. There. Stop doing modern art. If you put modern in front of something, that's just code for it's bad, but I don't care that it's bad because I don't care. Yeah, that's my hot Red Raptor Rights take. We need to make art great again. Just throwing that out there. So, alright. Thanks, Theodore Roosevelt. Sorry I did this to ya. Oh, man. Dude is my favorite president. For real, for real. So then you come back over here and you get greeted by a T-Rex that I added because we need some like actual art in here. And I added some shops, made this like a little hub area. But once you leave, this is where the Asian area is. Though I did include a viewing tower. There's no rustic viewing tower for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But this lighthouse was found. It's on the Steam Workshop. Let me see if I can actually credit the creator of this thing. Do you tell me who this is by? It's just Lighthouse Viewing Tower. Alright, someone made this and they did a very good job and I'm proud of them. It was not me. So yeah, you go up, you view the Acrocanthosauruses. You got a nice view of the mountains too. And what else can you see from here? Well, you don't get a good look at most of the Asian section, but you do see the Tarbosaurus down there. And you'll be able to see whatever sauropods you add over there in time. Okay, I should probably close this off so no one tries to kill himself by running around and jumping off. You know, you'd think people would be smarter than that, but just never underestimate human stupidity. That's what I always say. Listen, I wake up every day and I think, you know what, people can't get any stupider. But then every day, I'm surprised. Wow. People really got that stupid. We don't need a repeat of the Harambe incident. I don't need to shoot any of my Acrocanthosauruses. So please, just don't off yourselves, guys. So, fun fact about President Roosevelt. He was president from 1901 to 1909. Filling in for McKinley's second term after McKinley was assassinated. Look how beautiful that is. But he was more of a progressive president, while McKinley was much more of a conservative Republican. So Roosevelt was actually the guy that nobody wanted in office. Oh, not nobody, but you know, the elites, the people with power in the Republican Party at the time did not want Roosevelt in there because he's actually a man who will start doing things and changing things and like pushing for progress and change. So what did they do? Put him as vice president, of course. Vice president doesn't do anything, so he's not going to cause trouble as vice president. And who would turn down that opportunity? Of course, nobody. So yeah, for McKinley's second term, he chooses Roosevelt, who at that point is the governor of New York and a war hero at that point, because this is right after the Spanish-American War, and he led the charge up San Juan Hill, where he said his famous line, "Charge!" Cool guy, cool guy. So he's a war hero. He won governor of New York. He's on the up and up. And like, this guy's obviously made for great things. There's so many awesome Roosevelt stories that we can be here all day to tell. But in the meantime, let's look and see if we can find any Acrocanthosaurus. Oh, there they are. Look, there's one guy. Are you a guy? No, you're a girl. Why is your welfare pretty low? That's odd. You had very good welfare last time. Okay, so then you read about Acrocanthosaurus because your friend is talking your ear off about Theodore Roosevelt, but that's not why you came here. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Then you get a good look at baby acro drinking. Oh, they're not like baby babies. They're larger infants, about human-sized. Oh, the gang's all here. Look at them swimming around, having fun, having a good time. Very nice, very cool. I like how the carcass is larger than they are. So, as I talk more about Roosevelt, let's place down Ach. Ach. It's not... Is that German or something? Alright, so you're good. Now you're happy. By the way... Oh no. Oh no. Another clutch of velociraptors has hatched in the meantime. Which means... there are velociraptors all over the hecking place. And it's insane. They breed like rabbits. Very nice. I need to do something about that. Get them all on birth control. Put some rubbers for them. I don't know what they want. Okay. Anyways, Roosevelt. So, yeah. They get him in as vice president. Like, okay, he won't do any damage in here. Only for McKinley to be almost immediately assassinated at the Buffalo World Fair in 1901. So it puts them in a bad position. But the country in a great position. Because, alright, what did he do? Conserved a lot of land, bird preserves, just wildlife preserves, more than any president previously. So was very much a avid proponent for the environment. Also, was cleaning up a lot of those Gilded Age problems like the terrible food. Signed the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1905 after reading that Upton Sinclair's Jungle. Started a wave of trust busting, like breaking up the Northern Securities Trust in the Northwest with the railroads. And he started the lawsuit against Standard Oil, which would break it up. He resolved the Japanese... Oh my god, what am I saying? Russo-Japanese War. He was the arbiter of peace, even though Japan definitely hands down won that war. Square deal. At the time, there's a lot of tension between unions and like factory owners who were, making them work insane hours in dangerous conditions. So he believed that they deserved a square deal, and forced. There was an important time when like coal miners were striking. Of course, without coal, trains wouldn't run, so the nation would like die. So he threatened the business owners to go to the table with the union workers and hammer out a deal that works for both of them. So a lot of great Roosevelt stuff. I'm sure that's not even the half of it, but this video is not just about Theodore Roosevelt. Let's talk about Acrocanthosaurus. Okay, so here we have 2 females, 1 male. Very cool. Right? There we go.
certainly hope you never do. I don't recommend playing hide and seek. They'll sniff you out before you can clean your trousers.
I don't know if there are any good specimens of young Carcharodontosaurids, but this looks like a good interpretation. Like, oh my god. This is how I would picture a young acro. Maybe the feathers are a bit much. Maybe they wouldn't have had feathers. They're there for insulation for a smaller animal to stay warm. But considering they're in like a tropical, semi-tropical environment, I'm not sure that would have been necessary. Especially like this is a human-sized animal already, so it's pretty massive already. Could easily kill you these things. So yeah, not sure. They definitely get the shape of it right. Like the skull shape of a Carcharodontosaurus is much different than a Tyrannosaur. I like that it has those crests over the eyes. You can kind of see the hump, the sail already starting to form there. It's a cool animal. And like always, the wrists are in the correct position. It looks good. This is perfect, or near perfect. Just like every creature, they hit it out of the park. They just do an amazing job. Let me show you, if you haven't seen before, what an adult would look like. So up top of the list. Oh my goodness. No. Adult. Oof. He's stuttering a little bit. A little trouble over there. I'm sure he's fine. But dang, look how cool that is. Oh, and you could change the animation. Fidget. Okay, there's a bit of lag going on. But, oh my gosh, this animal is enormous. It's like the size of a large bull African elephant. Oh my goodness. Look at that. If it just tilts upward, it just towers over you. It's huge. And the patterning is so good. I love the way like those black spots turn into like red spots and then back into the stripes. And oh my goodness, it's so creative. Like it's simple, but realistic and creative at the same time. This one's also really good. A little more straightforward. Green with the like tan, beige counter shading and spots. But still awesome. This one I'm not as huge of a fan of. I don't know. It's good. It just doesn't wow me. I mean, the detail and the patterning is very impressive. But, you know, the color scheme, it's pretty good. Dang, it's such a cool creature. This is what the males are going to look like. And then this is what the females are going to look like. What do I do next? Next I want Ouranosaurus already. Just let me get Ouranosaurus. Please. But that's in Africa. I need another American animal. Okay. Alright. We will do... Let's go back to our... Over here. What's in North America? I feel like I've done a lot of Pachyrhinosaurus and Montosaurus exhibits. Maybe like 2, but... I need Styracosaurus then. Yeah, I would take Styracosaurus and Lambeosaurus. That would be a cool enclosure. But don't I need Parasaurolophus? Parasaurolophus, however you say it. Maybe I can get the 3 of them in together. No, that'd be a very large enclosure. Maybe something small. Small Styracosaurus enclosure, and then next time we can get Lambeosaurus Parasaurolophus. Maybe? Yeah, something American. Or we go in a pseudos. I don't really. But I just feel like it's been in things more recently, and I don't know, I'm not like in love with it. Pachyrhinosaurus too, it's gotten a lot of attention. Not like it's cool, but you know, I don't need it in everything. Oh, okay, that's fine. But all these Velociraptor chicks, we need to do something about this. This is getting insane. The group is getting too big. And you don't have fish. You want fish? Oh, what do I do? Do I start selling them? Sell? I'd feel bad. I don't know. I don't want to sell them. I think might be time to get rid of the clutches. But then the Oviraptors and the Protoceratops haven't reproduced as much. It's time we start selling these guys. Oh my goodness, so many. Here, I'll feel bad though. I don't wanna sell them. They're family. Maybe I could just throw a bunch of Velociraptors into another enclosure. Where could I put another enclosure? We could throw one here. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a little extra Velociraptor section here. And then throw them in here. And then tell them to shut up. They'll be good. Alright, so with that out of the way, I think we can call this video a success. The Acrocanthosaurus will grow into the large apex predators they were born to be. But remember, if you enjoyed this episode, to please leave a like, subscribe, and to check out my social media. See you next time.